Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a new World of Warships video. This time it will be myself once again in the Isokaze Tier 4 Japanese destroyer. A bit of a replay bug there, I guess. But anyways, like I said, Tier 4 Japanese destroyer, the Isokaze. As you can see here, we're on New Dawn. A lot of Wyomings in this game. Just the list of the team compositions for you guys. But I would say that I'm enjoying the Isokaze. I'm just about 4,000 experience away from the Minakaze. But anyways, still, this is quite a honorable ship. It gets some pretty nice torpedoes. It has a 7-kilometer range, just like basically all Japanese torpedoes until I think Tier 6 or Tier 7. But anyways, and I'm pretty sure that these are quite fast torpedoes. I think they're zooming around in the water at around 68 knots. So that means that you can put some nice effective long-range shots into some targets, which you're gonna see in this video. But anyways, we're just gonna be moving on through here, up through the middle. Well, not really the middle, kind of the middle, but kind of farther down south. Once again, New Dawn. So we do have some backup, but it's mainly battleships, and compared to a Isokaze full speed with the engine boost, they aren't really too fast. But a premium Yubari over there, as well as a Wix, a Phoenix, one Wyoming, and one Mayogi. So here we are. We spotted our first targets: an enemy Phoenix, a Kuma, and it looks like a Wyoming. So we've been detected from someone right there, the Wix. I start to launch my torpedoes there. Now if you see what I did is I fired the first two off in kind of one salvo, I guess. And then I kind of moved the third barrage of torpedoes. So that kind of means that basically just adjusts if he turns a bit. So all of them miss, unfortunately. The Kuma is kind of like a big destroyer, very similar to the Tenryu. So he was able to dodge our shots. The Phoenix starting to put some shots in. The enemy Kuma trying to shoot at me as well. There's the enemy Wix. I launched my torpedoes off just in case. Who knows? But it looks like he got killed by flooding, it would seem. But here come his torpedoes, but we already started a turn, so that means that they all miss. Another barrage of torpedoes going in. Those were pretty far away. So our engine boost just deactivated. And now you're not really going to see me use the guns on this thing this much, because the guns on the Japanese destroyers are kind of underwhelming. They have a low turning speed against battleships, sometimes high explosive. If you hit the hull of their ship, I guess you can call it, it tends to do 0 damage or very little damage. But we just did a full turn there. Now we're going back to deal with the enemies over here. So we have our torpedoes ready. There's the enemy Phoenix, and the enemy Wyoming is back there further as well. Now I'm wondering where this Kuma is. He's very sneaky. I've been spotted. There's the Kuma. Trying to kind of hide there, I guess. Trying to slither. But of that Phoenix. Yep, there we go. The Phoenix is starting to open up. But we are able to dodge his shots quite effectively. We launch a batch of torpedoes just in case the Kuma tries to come out. Now I think that right now I'm kind of thinking, you know, the Phoenix was kind of made to start killing destroyers, and the Kuma's gonna be dead whether my torpedoes hit or not. So I decided to start heading on down this way towards the battleships. The Kuma's down. Unfortunately, none of our torpedoes hit. So yeah, we're just gonna be moving on down this way now, westward towards these two Wyomings. We have a Wyoming as a backup, and I'm pretty sure that's a friendly Isokaze up there in the cap, the enemy capture zone. Here's the Phoenix. Start to shoot the guns at him. But since I don't really fire these Japanese destroyer guns so much, my aim is pretty bad on them. But anyways, there's our first target, enemy Wyoming, driven by Pyromaniac 12. We get the torpedoes ready. It looks like the friendly Wix has launched a batch of torpedoes. Now at first I thought that this Wyoming was shooting at me, but it turns out that he was shooting at the Wyoming behind me. And the Wyoming's a pretty good little ship, fully upgraded. Kinda stock, it's a bit underwhelming. But fully upgraded, that thing's pretty powerful. But we're closing in on this Wyoming here. Looks like the torpedoes are going in. So far none of them have hit. The Wix launched a second batch of torpedoes. I start to turn. There we go. Looks like the Wix hit him with some of his torpedoes. Well, see, that's what I mean there, how it kinda doesn't do any damage when it hits the armor right there. But it looks like our torpedoes are hitting strong. I accidentally hit the wrong button there. I was trying to switch targets over to this Wyoming, but I hit the follow your torpedoes button, or whatever it's called. I deploy, my smoke screen. We take a hit, but it over-penetrates and does very little damage. That one over-penetrated, and it looks like one of our main turrets are down. But anyways, we point our front towards him, making us an almost an invincible target. His battleship accuracy won't be able to hit us. But we're just going in. I want to guarantee myself a kill, that's why I'm not slithering around at like 4 or 5 kilometers. I want this guy done and out of the way as soon as possible. So he hits me as I start my turn, he hits me again. There we go. Oh yes. Glorious. There we go. 35,000 health. No problem, comrade. It's only game. Why you have to be mad? But there we go, our second kill so far. 5 torpedo hits, 5 flooding, 1 incapacitation so far, and also the devastating strike award. So now all that's left on this flank is a enemy St. Louis and a Wyoming. Like I said before, lots of Wyomings in this game, especially on the enemy team. Right now, you know that this is going to be most likely a win for us. But unfortunately, I'm out of my engine boost. My Indian boost, as Robaz would call it. But so we're just moving along at a very respectable speed of 34.1 knots. Friendly Isokaze in the cap there. It looks like the cap got reset though. Now I'm kind of setting up my aim there, trying to point the head of the ship, the bow of the ship, towards those guys, so then I present a very small portion of my ship towards them. There's the San Luis. Alrighty. Fire off a salvo of torpedoes. Now it looks like he's turning, so those don't exactly look like they're gonna hit. Once again, poorly aimed barrage there. We take a hit from the San Luis, but those torpedoes hit. But the Wyoming's looking pretty close to those torpedoes right about now. Battleship drivers, crisp and clean. 2 extra torpedo hits. This guy's basically done. We get line up on him. There we go. Take some heavy damage there. And we die, unfortunately. Those torpedoes look good. But it looks like one of our friendly Wyoming's got a citadel penetration, which just before my torpedoes hit, so he gets a kill. But I can't say really if that's a kill steal because he was shooting at him before me. But anyways, very well. It looks like there's only a friendly, or an enemy, sorry, San Luis and a Wyoming left. So I kind of slither in, spectating our kind of star player here, I guess. But so that was the battle. Let's move along to the post-game stats. Alrighty, so this is the post-game stats for the Tier 4 Japanese destroyer, the Isokaze, played by myself. Basically, a little shy of 80,000 credits, 3,036 experience, and 150 free experience, as well as a devastating strike honorable award. I got 6 target hits, which, you know, you don't really fire the guns on the Japanese torpedoes that much. 7 torpedo hits, 1 incapacitation, 2 kills, and 7 flooding damage. I also completed the surprise attack award, and I am very close, just 1 more away from getting the other surprise attack award. If we look here, the only person that came higher than me on experience was the Wyoming with 3 kills. He got 1,177. This was my base experience, 1,012 base experience there. 2 kills once again. Now the detailed report. You know, once again, not really too much main battery hits. 1,320 high explosive damage, and basically 300 flooding damage. But the torpedoes, this is where it's at. 58,354 combined torpedo damage. We hit the Wyoming and sunk him. We hit the Kuma once with our guns. Um, it looks like we hit the St. Louis once with our guns. We hit another Wyoming twice with our guns. And we hit another Wyoming, killed them, and 4 times. I'm guessing that this counts as torpedoes as well. But anyways, thanks guys for watching the video. I'll see you next time.